Quick update on growing the social media following. I just got off a call now with the Instagram growth specialist. It's expensive to hire a coach, so I guess if you didn't have the money, you'd have to just get into like a community program. They do group coaching calls or whatever. I think that's the Insta Club Hub. I've actually bought a membership for that just for a month to kind of see what they say and learn the basics, like do a cram learning of what they teach. But the point is, yeah, still no movement. I'm 52 reels deep now. I've invested in a video editor. Again, I've said in my previous videos on this, if you couldn't afford an editor, get a lifetime membership to either learn to use DaVinci, which is a bit fiddly, but you can figure it out on YouTube. Do like the DaVinci Resolve for beginners, or buy a year's subscription to InShot. And you just got to go through the pain or invest in learning how to do basic edits. But I've been able to invest in an editor. I've actually been helped by someone who wants to help me. Very fortunate, very thankful. But 52 reels in, nothing, not one follower, no change. So if you're wanting to grow your social media following, I think that this is the norm. The landscape has changed, she just said when I spoke to her. Because I said to her, listen, when I posted a reel 2 years ago, I would get, boom, 60 likes off the bat from people who followed me and who didn't follow me. And she said, no, that's when they were promoting reels. Now they want you to post reels and pay for them to get boosted. Or you got to invest several months of posting. So if you're on this journey and wondering why nothing's working, it kind of is working in the background. Apparently, I'm told, you just got to keep posting. And I think every day for 90 days, commit to that. Unless you can pay to boost your reels, which is obviously Mark Zuckerberg and whatever Meta want you to spend your money boosting to get seen. What else to say? I think that just there's this book called The Obstacle is the Way. That quote comes to mind, is that when you're trying to do anything hard, you're just going to hit a ton of obstacles, and you've got to galvanize your mindset. You've got to have just a brutally strong mindset and decide that yes, you're not going to be pig-headed and just double down on a strategy that's not working, but you're willing to die trying. Like you got to decide what you want in life, and then yes, be strategic in your approach, but then accept that you're probably, a ton of the things that you are going to do will be wrong. You'll have to just take it on the chin, learn from it. That's the mindset I have right now, is the harder this is getting, the more stubborn I'm becoming, that I'm gonna make this work on this social media platform, this other account I want to grow. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I could say. I'm reading this book called Do the Hard Things First. Brilliant book if you struggle with mindset procrastination. I've said before, Carol Dweck's book, Mindset, on how to develop a growth mindset is essential reading. If you're not raised in a family where you were taught to have a growth mindset, Google what a growth mindset is versus a fixed mindset. If you're not raised in that family, you better cultivate it yourself. And reading the mindset book and actually doing the exercises in the book, I think that's maybe the number one priority thing you can do. To be able to believe that you can get better and reframe struggle and setbacks as being beneficial. But at times I think, yeah, you just do feel like you want to give up. You put in a lot of work and get nothing. Like, I remember I did a video edit. I spent like an hour and a half on the edit. I wrote this, I put a script together. I thought this is going to be really helpful to help guys who want to lose weight and keep it off and get the body that they want. And it got like 1 like and had an average watch time of 1.5 seconds or something. So that's the other thing. Keep your reels super short. It's got to be less than 30 seconds. In this current time, it changes. In a year, this could be bad advice, but like expecting people have a goldfish bowl attention span. You have like 1.5 seconds to attract the attention or to hook them, and then I think keeping a reel under 10 seconds if you can, which I know it's really hard to teach something of value in under 10 seconds. but definitely it's got to be under 30 seconds. If you're rabbiting on like I am now for a minute, you'll be dead in the water, all right? And that's probably why this account, also you've got to post regularly. So on this account, I'm just posting this so that one day I can look back and say, wow, you were lost in the desert, that's what it felt like, but you kept going, and look at where you are now. But yeah, I sympathize with anybody on this journey. Keep reading books, keep your mindset in the sweet spot. I heard somebody say once, why would you go to a Tony Robbins event? Because after like a month it's worn off. Why would you keep reading books on mindset and motivation or biographies which inspire you? Because like you forget it after a month. The point is not to go to one of these events and that it changes you forever. The point is to keep your mind in the sweet spot. You read books every day. Again, he just is the model for me. I don't know anybody else like him. That's why I always mention his name, Iman Gadzhi. To go from 13-year-old and broke to now earning some months several millions, is insane. And what did he do? He read a ton between the ages of, I think, 13 and 18 and shaped his mind. He says that. I mean, now he wants you to buy his course, which is his digital launchpad, which I think is a good product. And I do sort of endorse that. I think it's great for people who are willing to put the work in. And again, that one course is not going to give you the whole picture. He himself has said, I think he invested in a ton of online courses as well, like Sam Harvens and whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's growing social media. You may put 3 months and see, just at the end, apparently you'll start to see movement. So I know when I started doing pushes on social media, if I didn't see results within a week, I would be like really deflated. You gotta set that expectation, move it from 1 week to 1 quarter, at least, posting every day. And so you've got to learn to edit real quick, have a system, and just churn out valuable videos. Figure out who you're speaking to, what your message is, how you can help them, and churn out the videos. And then of course, the other side to it is on the back end, you've got to have a coaching program or something of value to offer them. At least get an email capture. So capture their email address with a free ebook or a course or a webinar or something. Get russellbrunsons.com secrets for one good model on how this all works. Yeah, if anybody's watching this, if you're out there, let's do this. You've got to believe in yourself. It's all about this growth mindset. I absolutely believe that everybody, without sounding like a virtue signaling cliche kind of saccharine guy here, I do believe everybody has something very special to offer. We've all had our own experiences, areas of speciality. And I believe with the right mindset and the right model and failing forward a lot, you can absolutely turn your life around. There are just too many stories now of people who've gone from nothing to massive. But it's this, you've got to keep this in check while you do the work and fail forward and learn. Notice what's working and what's not working. And on the days you just feel like giving up and the world just seems black, that's where you've got to, I was going to say bite down and just crack on. I think acknowledge it and say, hey, like if you're talking to yourself, I think it's fair to say, hey man, it's like you're tired, you got it. Like imagine you're coaching someone and you're their coach. You wouldn't just say, you effing idiot, pull your socks up, let's go. I mean, maybe there's a time and a place for that, but generally you would say, hey, listen, you're tired, you've been putting the work in. Are you paying attention to your sleep? Are you reading the right books? Are you guarding your mind, the garden of your mind? Are you keeping that clean? If not, that might be why you're down. Or do you need a break? Do you need to take a day off and then get back to it? You got to be your own coach. I really believe that. I don't have money for a mind, like a life coach or whatever. You have to do it for yourself and figure out what your why is. Anyway, this is going on a bit much, but it's all mindset. I'm excited. I think my mind is changing. This has been quite challenging, to be honest. I put a ton of work into all of this. I figured out the content I was going to deliver, and it's like no return whatsoever, like hundreds of hours of work. But yeah, reading this book, Do Hard Things First, is good. He has a good mindset. And you've just got to believe you can and keep going, learn what's working and what's not. I'm repeating myself now, but it's all mindset and doing the work, being willing to fail forward. Growth Mindset by Carol Dweck, essential reading. But yeah, 52 days of posting reels, no movement whatsoever. Apparently this is normal. Let's see where this goes. I'm very determined.